4 items I want to visit with you about this evening. The first of those is an update on the renovation of the Historical Museum, Phase 3. This is the third and final phase of much-needed major renovations to this facility. The scope of this phase was expanded to include electrical improvements and ceiling tiles, in addition to the originally planned HVAC replacement. The bids came in higher than the original budget of $715,000, and last week the CIP board approved a supplemental appropriation of $230,000. In fact, authorization of this additional funding is on your agenda tonight. With a successful bid award, the anticipated start of construction for Phase 3 is around the 1st of October, with a projected completion date of around January 18th. The museum will be closed during this phase of construction. And just as a reminder, the Phase 1 improvements involved addressing water issues that we accomplished through waterproofing and installing a French drain in and around the building, lead paint abatement, window replacement, and also painted window frames. The Phase 2 improvements featured remodeling of the restrooms to include ADA improvements, LED lighting, and some electrical upgrades. And the total expenditures for all 3 phases is estimated to be about $1.35 million, with almost all of that funding coming from the 2000 sales tax. The second item is an update on tennis operations. Edmond Tennis Service is managed by Mr. David Minahan, and that service began the management of Kickingbird Tennis Center at the start of this calendar year, 2018. Mr. Minahan has provided us with an initial 6-month report on the activities of the facility. The participation levels remain strong, and he anticipates that there will be 6 tournaments that will be held at our center during this current year, 2018. Also during the USTA Girls 18 National Tournament, they conducted a clinic for children with Down syndrome as well as part of the tournament activities. Mr. Minahan also anticipates that there will be an increased number of tournaments when the new tennis center is open. The complete 6-month report from Mr. Minahan is available through Parks and Recreation Director Craig Dishman. And the third item is an update on Intelligent Traffic System, or ITS. Just as a reminder, ITS is designed to improve traffic safety and mobility during congested periods, construction activities, traffic accidents, and other emergencies. The ODOT bid opening for Phase 2 is scheduled for September 20th. Phase 2 improvements include 22 intersections along Broadway, with also parts of Danforth, Santa Fe, and Covell. As you can see from this aerial map, it identifies in color codes the location of all 3 phases. As a reminder, Phase 1 was completed last year. Phase 3 is currently in the design phase. The total estimated cost for all 3 phases is roughly $10 million, and the city's 20% share of that it will come from the 2000 sales tax. There's also an informative short video on our website that for people that want to see a little bit more about what ITS does. Just go to our website, which is www.edmondok.com. Then go to City Services, then go to Engineering, and then go to ITS. It's very easy to find, and I think you'd find that informative. And the last area is an update on sales and use taxes. Our second check of the 18-19 fiscal year reflects continued growth in sales tax receipts, but a lower month for use tax revenue. Our August sales tax check was 3.45% above the same period last year, and that is now the 15th consecutive month over previous year month that we've had an increase in sales tax. So it's a pretty impressive figure. Through the first 2 months of the year, we are 4.4% above last year, and that means we're also comfortably above our 2% annual budget projection as well. Use tax receipts declined a little over 13% from August of last year, although still for the first 2 months of this year, we're still above last year by about 2.2%. Just as a reminder, we budgeted for no increase in use tax this year in our annual budget as well. Cumulatively, for both sales and use taxes through the first 2 months of the year, we are ahead of last year by about 0.5%, 0.51%. And it gives you an idea, that figure at the end of last month was 7.8%, so you can see what the decline in the use tax means to that total revenue. As Warren has noted, and I think you have seen as well, we should expect increasing use tax payments throughout the year, really, based on the compliance date agreements that the state of Oklahoma has executed with 7 of the larger e-commerce firms. Those firms include Wish, Amazon, ETSY, Walmart, Google Express, Groupon Good, and eBay as well. So we should see a slight continuing uptick in use tax revenue throughout the year. Also included in here is the fiscal year NAICS report for both sales and use taxes as well. And last, our comparison chart, our 7-city comparison chart. Actually, the metro area continues to do well overall. Edmond is now at 5th in this comparison chart, behind Oklahoma City, Moore, Yukon, and Tulsa, but ahead of Midwest City and Norman.